All right, we were talking about British politics a moment ago. We are now going to go back to French politics, and James Creedon has got all of that in today's Media Watch. Good to see you, James. You've been using your excellent French to read through all the French press, because Gérard Collomb, who was once a member of the Socialist Party, the party that was annihilated in the last election, he became an Emmanuel Macron loyalist. He was always at his side. Every speech he gave, Gérard Collomb was not far away. Now, though, he's giving it all up.
He seems like he's pulling the plug and potentially preparing some sort of future, who knows, maybe a presidential bid. Macron,
is that what you?
No one saw coming from Emmanuel Macron at this stage in the previous mandate. The headline here in the Nouvel Observateur is he presented his this is how they say it in French. He presented his standing down.
His resignation.
He offered his resignation.
Your French is so good, you're forgetting your English.
I know, this is what happens. Gérard Collomb offered his resignation, and Emmanuel Macron said, "No, thanks, that's okay. Just stay in the job."
And it's for the second time.
Yes,
he's tried to stand down.
It's pretty impressive. And in Le Figaro, he gave an interview saying, "I continue to propose or to offer my retirement."
Please let me leave.
So this is the definition of passive-aggressive sort of coverage, and it's coming hot on the heels of Nicolas Hulot, the ecology minister, announcing his retirement on public radio in the morning without even having said it to the president. So there has been a certain amount of people saying online, gosh, Emmanuel Macron certainly has a very top-down style of leadership, where actually ministers who want to leave the government, they're kind of going through the media rather than actually just establishing that fact with the head of state.
Is he so hard to talk to?
Well, and also I guess it's that's what one I suppose angle on it. Another is there aren't so many heavyweight, so to speak, politicians who have long political careers who are in the La République En Marche party and within the government fold, because it was a completely new political movement.
Macron annihilated them all.
Exactly. So because he's such a new face himself, Emmanuel Macron, in politics, he's not a long established politician. He certainly, I suppose, would have hoped to have some senior politicians around him, and that's less and less the case now with Gérard Collomb.
And of course Nicolas Hulot, who left not so long ago.
And François Bayrou in the early days as well,
of course,
the kind of veteran centrist politician. So anyway, just to show you what some of the coverage has been today, a lot of people riffing, almost literally, off Charles Aznavour in cartoons and whatnot, saying they're using lyrics. He had, 1,400 songs, so plenty of potential lyrics to apply to political situations. And this is them sort of, saying, stay, please stay, don't go, etc. Editorials also riffing on that as well, even using Jacques Brel. Ne me quitte pas, please don't leave. I suppose it is kind of there is
a chanson française.
Indeed, there's a lot of, and then just lots of tweets citing the fact that this is the latest really to leave relatively early in the campaign. This is somebody saying that's Macron trying to hold on to Collomb. Anyway, some people being somewhat humorous about it, others being quite serious, saying this is a really bad sign sent by Gérard Collomb, who is one of the front line of Macron's supporters, the Minister of the Interior, etc. Some people also speculating that this harps back to the troubles this summer with the Alexandre Benalla scandal, where the Minister of the Interior in parliamentary inquiries, could have perhaps defended the president more. Anyway, there's so much to say in it, but not a huge amount of time.
Macron's popularity ratings are not going anywhere at the moment, are they?
No, and Collomb has really been kind of, in little remarks made to the media and elsewhere, he has been critical of Emmanuel Macron, saying that he has isolated himself in the Élysée Palace. It's very difficult for anyone to get access to him, including some of his senior ministers.
Let's talk about another former socialist, the former Prime Minister, no less, Manuel Valls. Now, his career was also completely destroyed by Emmanuel Macron. Macron did not invite him to join his government, so he has left France altogether.
He's going to try to become mayor of Barcelona, and in favour of keeping Spain as one, state, essentially. But let's take a look at some of these images. You can see them in the French Parliament today, because this was his final moment in the French National Assembly. He kind of was just a regular MP for the La République En Marche party, having acknowledged at the time that the Socialist Party, which he had been the Prime Minister for, didn't really have a political future as far as he saw it, and now he's leaving France. But towards the end of this standing ovation, you have the kind of far left La République En Marche party holding up good riddance, bon débarras in these sort of...
They don't hold a grudge, do they, those guys?
They certainly don't. So a lot of people, there's been criticisms flying around about that as well. And some people riffing on the fact that both men were interior ministers, and now they're looking towards the exterior in some kind of inside outside. Lots of jokes and
I like it. We've gone full circle again. James, always a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. James Creedon there.